Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Hey, and just in case this might be your first time, I am JB, and we are going to take a look at a pretty cool little knife today. This is the Orion Knives Scorpio. Now, as some of you know, may be familiar with Orion Knives, David, our good friend Blade Banter on YouTube, he came out with Solaris it's been what? Geez, what's it been now? Pushing 2 years? Year and a half? Wow, time just blows by. Year and a half, I think, roughly. And then he started with the mini Solaris, but that just kind of morphed into this guy here, which ends up being the Scorpio. And we'll see the differences here in a minute. But check this guy out. This one is the blue micarta with red accents, as you can see. Now, this one does have the black wash blade. There is a stonewash blade. There's a blue-red accent stonewash, and then there's a black blue accent stonewash and a black blue accent black wash blade. And then you can get, he's got the different color. You can get blue, like I could get blue accents for this if I wanted to. So he's got a little different variety to go on, which is pretty cool. But this is, I went with the blue micarta. On this one, something a little different, you know? The blue had the red accents, and you know me and red, so yeah, I went with the red. But micarta, really, really good grip on it. Now, this is OEM'd by QSP, so very cool. You guys know I'm a big fan of QSP. David obviously is QSP USA, so makes sense. But, you know, Finch Knives made by QSP and many others that, you know, we dig. So, and they do a fantastic job. But you do have a red G10 backspacer. Do have a lanyard post there. Your pocket clip is a single screw pocket clip, but it is reversible. So that's nice. Very good. We definitely like that. Now you're pretty much, I'd say you're about 2/3. It's about 60% enclosed there. So, yeah, decent coverage. Black liners, as you can see there, black hardware. But yeah, that micarta's got a really nice texture to it. Everything QSP did a really good job. It's chamfered off very nicely, like I would expect it to be. Everything is very well done with that micarta. Now, it's a button lock flipper. You also have thumb studs. That's the one thing about David. He gives you plenty of options on how to open this thing up. And you've got a fuller there that, if you're good enough, which I'm not, yeah, I can't do it. I still can't do it with this one. Off screen, no. Usually I can take it. No, almost. If you're good enough, you can reverse flick it. Trust me. But I have to flip it or thumb stud it. Do you see the action on this thing? The detent, really nice. That action, it drops. What's this? I mean, yeah. Come on. Action is fantastic. Runs on bearings, of course. Now, of course, well, let's do this. Get it open. I do have to point out, which I think is a really cool feature of his logo. It's the 3 stars in Orion's belt for his 3 sons. Triplets, I might add. So, very cool. Now, you'll see here, you got a 14C28N clip point blade. Really nice. Now, it says it's got a crown spine, and it is crowned off. Let's see. Let's go back. It's crowned off pretty nicely. It's, yeah, see? There you go. That's a good shot of it. It's rounded off, crowned. I like that, especially on these smaller EDC knives. You know, I typically don't tend to use this type of knife on a fire starter, so I'm not all big on a 90-degree spine. So I really like it. It's a nice little touch that I really like. Now, you can definitely choke up on it. You do have a forward finger choil. And even if I stay back on that flipper, I got a decent amount of room between my finger and the edge of that blade. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. But the action is just silly. It's silly good. All right, let's get some specs and we'll do some size comparisons and all that good stuff. So what are we getting here? I'm going to go right about there. So overall, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting pretty close to 6 3/4 on that fully open. I'm going to make sure I'm not lying to you. I'm going to see what they say is the official. That looks pretty close. So your handle, you're getting right about 1, 2, 3, 4 inches and right about 2 3/4 on that blade. Says the blade length is 2 3/4 and the cutting edge is 2.73. And you can see right here, you're not losing a whole lot off of that. So you pretty much got a full cutting edge, which is very nice. Now, grip length, that's one thing I like to talk about. 3 inches point to point on a natural. Okay, and as you can see there, I got about a 3.5 finger knife, but that forward finger choil allows you to get up on that knife, get a really, really fantastic grip on it. I mean, you can even, the handle lends itself, it's a good size. You can just really, oh yeah, really, really fantastic grip. So, I mean, if you go that far, I mean, you're looking at pretty much a 4-inch grip. Pretty close. So, size comparison time. We'll do all our normal size comparisons. Might have to zoom out a little bit. No, we're good. That'll work. So, as you can see, the PM2 is definitely a much larger knife. We got a good, pretty close to 1 inch on the blade and 3/4-ish on the handle. Get the bug out here. We'll take a look at that. But bug out's still even a little bit longer. Push that back just a little bit. There we go. 1/2 inch on the blade and 1/4-ish inch on the handle. But here is, it's, I guess you could say, the inspiration for the Scorpio, and there is the Solaris. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of similarities, but the obvious difference is the blade shape. On the Solaris, you've got the drop point, and on the Scorpio, you have the clip point blade. So otherwise, pretty much the same knife, but that blade shape changed and it became its own knife, and I really like that. I like that David did that. Now, that clip point, on the website, David says it's inspired by a scorpion's tail. Obviously, scorpion, there you go. Makes a whole lot of sense. Let's get our scale out here. We'll get a weight on it. All right, what do we got? Overall, 3.5. That's not bad. That's a pretty good weight for that. Oh, let's get for our good friends across the pond, that's 99 grams, right about 100 grams. So very cool. Not a deep carry clip. Oh, there it is. I lost my rag for a minute. My hank. It does carry very nicely. I mean, you got a little bit sticking out of your pocket, but maybe about 1/4 inch. Nothing too major. A good clip, nice retention. You heard the little pop there. In and out of the pocket. The ramp is pretty good. I do have one pair of jeans that I have, and it kind of has an issue, but then again, almost every knife has an issue going out of that pair for some reason. The seam is just, or the seam on the pocket is just, it's thick for some reason. Most of my jeans, no, not too much of an issue. Not too much of an issue. So overall, what do I think of the Scorpio? Well, huge fan of the Solaris. Really love the Solaris, and you know what? There's absolutely no difference with this one. Basically, the only difference is a blade shape. This is a really nice. I pretty much consider this a secondary carry. I think a lot of people did. I don't necessarily call it a fifth pocket knife. There again, some people probably would. It's a little bit big for that for me, but I definitely see it as a secondary carry. Offhand, off pocket carry for sure. Now, this would be a pair. This, of course, would be a great carry pair for me. The Solaris as the main and the Scorpio as the secondary. Absolutely 100%. Perfect pair right there. So, for those of you that may have the Scorpio out there, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? What do you think of the Scorpio? Do you have a Solaris? Let me know what you think of the Solaris. Sure. You guys know I like talking to you in the comments. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your thoughts. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If you love it, you love it. And you know what? That's the really cool thing about all these knives out here. So, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much. David, really looking forward to what may come next from you and Orion knives for sure. Thanks a lot, guys. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.